What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care, and right now taking a look at the new record from Escape the Fate, this one entitled I Am Human. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer here. I am going to be in a different background, in different clothing, and might have a different opinion tomorrow, because I'm filming this a day before this review is going out, because, well, here's the thing, I had totally forgotten that this record was coming out. There's been no talk about it. I've heard little to no promotion for it, and it's really just underneath like all the iTunes pre-order stuff. So I didn't really find it out until a couple days ago, so I figured, you know, I kind of haven't gotten a chance to talk about this thing yet, so why not just give my thoughts on the singles before we get into the actual review. But anyways, so just wanted to give a quick disclaimer there. I do apologize, but anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Anyways, Escape the Fate is a band that kind of came out of the whole kind of hardcore punk, metalcore, pop punk scene that had been really, really popular around the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006, around that time. And I really did enjoy their debut record, which was Dying Is Your Latest Fashion. Yes, that's the one that has Ronnie Radke. Yes, the Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse. And Falling in Reverse, kind of changing subject here, are a band that I kind of enjoy but kind of don't at the same time. I really love albums like Just Like You and also Coming Home for how different it was. And then there's some stuff that I really don't enjoy, Fashionably Late, and not going to spoil it. But anyways, going into this record, I wasn't too sure what to expect. I kind of do enjoy some of the earlier stuff, actually. I really enjoy albums like This War Is Ours and the self-titled record especially. But I really did not enjoy Hate Me very, very much whenever that record came out. I just felt like it was going for a change of direction that just was too commercialized, honestly, if I can put it right. I mean, yeah, it did have a couple songs that kind of go for that metalcore sound that the band had been known for, but at the same time, man, the record kind of let me down in a way. I just wasn't really too big on it, and I didn't know what to expect for this record. I was actually kind of nervous about it going into it. So anyways, gonna go ahead and give you my thoughts on the singles now, and let's go ahead without any further hesitation. Let's get into the songs. Also, for those of you who don't like harsh criticism, I'm afraid this is the part of the video where, and I apologize for saying this, but this is the part of the video where you need to click off and find another video to watch, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this record is fantastic. I'm not going to lie to you about this record at all, but I do apologize for saying that, but I'm sorry if you were coming in here to think that I was going to say everything on this record is perfect. But anyways, let's go on to the singles. Alright, so running down the whole track listing, the first song that I saw off of this thing was Broken Heart. And the one thing I can say about this song is, does anyone else have that feeling that it sounds like Help by Papa Roach for some reason? Because that's the kind of feel that I'm getting off of this song, especially music-wise. And I really do enjoy Help by Papa Roach very much. It's a really, really catchy, energetic song. And here on this one, I just feel like they're kind of copying and pasting the whole kind of music from that song, along with Craig's more kind of nasally clean singing. And honestly, I'm not too big a fan of it, honestly. If I wanted to listen to Help, I probably would have pulled it up on my Spotify playlist. Next song we have from the track listing is Do You Love Me? And honestly, I thought this thing was going to be a ballad, just judging by the title, but I will say that I did enjoy the clean singing that opens this song up, but I do feel like the lyrics do feel a bit cliche with that whole kind of do you love me kind of thing. But I do like the music kind of side of this song. It feels a bit heavier than I was expecting, and I did enjoy the screams on this song too, so there's one plus. Next one we have is I Am Human, which is the title track, which is so far my favorite, honestly. I kind of love the whole structure of the song, with it kind of opening with those pianos and then building up with the drums and then into the guitar work. and all that. And Greg sounds pretty good on this. I love how they kind of incorporated more melody on this song. And yes, the whole kind of outsider lyrical theme is a bit cliche, but I mean, I think it's pretty done well. They use some pretty nice examples in the track. All I can say about this song is who let this be a single, because this just sounds like an electronic mess in my opinion. And the last song that I saw on the track listing that is out is Digging My Own Grave. And if there was one song from this record that definitely feels like Escape the Fate, I would say this song definitely does. It brings back that whole kind of metalcore roots that the band has been known for throughout their career. And it definitely gives me a feel of, I would say, maybe something from This War Is Ours, or even the self-titled record, something from those album cycles. But I just really, really love the heaviness on this song. The drums, the guitars, Craig's scream vocals. This song really screams Escape the Fate, in my opinion. Whew, okay, now we are at the day of the review. So now that we have the other tracks that are off of I Am Human, what did I think of the other songs on this thing, besides the singles that I've already talked about? Now, right off the bat, I will go ahead and tell you that I do find the lyrics to be very, very cliche and pretty much what I've come to expect from this band. You have pretty much two sides of the fence. One is where it's one of those relationship, heartbreak kind of songs and ballads. And then you have more of the heavier, oh, I don't fit in with the in crowd kind of outsider stuff. And they don't really do anything to really change up the writing on this album. And it's pretty much one of the biggest flaws that I do have about this thing, why I'm not really enjoying it very much, I guess. I mean, there are some aspects that I'm enjoying to it. And I will say that it's kind of going for that commercial sound like Hate Me did whenever that record came back out. But I will say I'm enjoying this one just a teeny bit more than that record. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because they added a bit more pop sensibility in some of the lines, like the melodies and stuff like that. And I mean, they're not going full pop. They're not going like Weezer did on Pacific Daydream, All Time Low on Last Young Renegade, or even Theory of a Dead Man on Wake Up Call. They're pretty much still maintaining that sound, which I can appreciate. This record was produced by Howard Benson, who's produced records from bands such as Seether, Hellstorm, Shinedown, All That Remains, and he even produced the new Of Mice and Men record, which came out earlier in the year, and also 3 Days Grace is a new record. So, and I will say also, whenever it does come time to show the heavier side of this band, whenever that does show up, because it doesn't really show up as much on this record as it has previous records before, I will say it really does deliver, honestly. So what tracks do I define to be heavier than the rest of the album? Well, let's start with the opener, which is beautifully tragic. And I do really enjoy the music side of it. It kind of has more of a hardcore kind of feel to it. But the one complaint I do have about it, besides the lyrics, is I feel like Craig's voice is a bit nasally. But other than that, I do seem to enjoy this. Definitely a nice kickoff for the rest of the album. And then we have, close to the end of this record, we have Resistance. And that just really brings back that kind of Escape the Fate sound. And it kind of sucks that it's at the almost end of the album, because I could have seen this thing being in like the middle and it'd be awesome. But it kind of reminds me of This War Is Ours and the self-titled record, just because of how it sounds, honestly. And then you have tracks that are honestly a bit different from what I've heard from this band, like Recipe for Disaster, which I don't know why, but kind of reminds me of like a throwback to 2000s nu metal, especially in its guitars, which I really do enjoy. And then we have Riot. Riot is the shortest song on this record, clocking in at about almost 2.5 minutes. And I will say that, I don't know why, it sounds like glam metal to me. It sounds like something Motley Crue had up their sleeves but ended up not using it. So, I don't know. But those the last two tracks that I talked about, definitely some highlights on this thing. Now, I do find some of this record to be the same kind of Escape the Fate that we've gotten for years now on tracks like I Will Make It Up to You, which I don't know why, but the riff reminds me of My Chemical Romance for some reason. And then we have other songs like If Only and the album's closer, Let Me Be. they kind of feel like love ballads, which I'm not really too big of, especially If Only. I do kind of enjoy the acoustic lines on Let Me Be, but other than that, just not really too big a fan of those. And then Love is a 4-letter word. It's okay. But overall, I was kind of expecting to kind of hate this thing after the last album, but I don't know, I kind of do enjoy this more than I thought I was gonna. Yeah, there are some songs I'm not really a big fan of for some reason or another, but yeah, I'm enjoying this thing a bit more than I was expecting. So my rating on this, I'm gonna give this, I'd say maybe a light or decent 6 out of 10. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on I Am Human. What did you think of the album? Definitely comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.